Have you ever stopped to ponder how a seemingly harmless nickname might impact a child's personality in the long run? Today we dive into the power of words and the profound effects they may have on the young minds they touch. Consider the case of young Michael. Growing up, his family fondly referred to him as Messy Mike. This nickname, initially meant to be endearing, soon became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Michael began to associate himself with disorder and messiness. His self-esteem took a hit, and he began to struggle with organization in his personal and academic life. This is a prime example of how a bad nickname can shape a child's perception of themselves. Or take the case of Emily, who was often called Shy M by her peers and family. This nickname was given due to her quiet and reserved nature. Over time, Emily internalized this nickname, and it began to limit her. She hesitated to participate in group activities, avoided public speaking, and shied away from social events. The nickname unknowingly imposed a boundary on her personality development, restricting her from exploring her full potential. Then there's the story of James, nicknamed Clumsy Jim. He was always a bit more accident-prone than his peers. However, the nickname only magnified his feelings of awkwardness. He became overly cautious, avoided physical activities and sports, fearing further ridicule. The nickname, intended in jest, ended up hindering his physical confidence and development. Each of these stories paints a picture of how an ill-suited nickname can impact a child's life. It's crucial to remember that words hold power and can shape a child's self-concept. They can influence how a child perceives themselves and their capabilities, often limiting their growth and potential. In Michael's case, the nickname Messy Mike led him to believe he was inherently disorganized. Emily, dubbed Shy M, was pushed into a shell of introversion, and James, known as Clumsy Jim, was made to feel physically inadequate. So, what can we take away from these stories? It's clear that nicknames, while seemingly insignificant, can have lasting effects on a child's personality and self-esteem. They can unknowingly impose limitations, leading to self-fulfilling prophecies and potentially hindering a child's development. In conclusion, it's important to think twice before assigning a nickname to a child. Ensure it's something that builds them up, rather than tears them down. Remember, words have the power to shape perceptions and realities. Use them wisely, especially when it comes to the young minds that are still forming their understanding of the world and themselves. Remember Michael, Emily, and James. Remember their stories and the impact that a simple nickname had on their lives. The power of words is immense, so let's ensure they are used to uplift, inspire, and encourage our children, not to limit or define them.